So, welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at this huge stack of neurophysiological research, medical journals, wellness guides, and our mission today is really to figure out how sound, specifically vocal frequencies, can actually physically rewire your subconscious mind.
Right, because we tend to think of our minds as these, highly secure fortresses guarded by intense logic.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you know how to use acoustic frequencies, like your own voice, you can essentially just pick the lock on your subconscious.
Okay, so to see how a hum picks the lock, we have to kind of follow the sound wave.
Yeah.
When sound hits the ear, it turns from mechanical air pressure into an electrical neural impulse.
Yeah.
But where does it go from there? Because normally, I'd assume my prefrontal cortex, the logical filter, gets to screen everything first.
Right, well, that's the catch. It really doesn't.
Wait, it doesn't.
No. So auditory neural impulses, they travel via a direct pathway straight to the amygdala.
Which is your emotional control room.
Exactly. And this happens in just milliseconds. So it's incredibly fast.
Right. So if it's hitting the amygdala in milliseconds, it must be completely bypassing that prefrontal cortex guard at the gate.
Yeah.
It's basically an acoustic backdoor to the brain.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. And because the amygdala is hardwired to the HPA axis.
The body's stress response system.
Right. So this auditory stimulation physically triggers an emotional and hormonal shift way before your logical brain even registers what's actually happening.
Okay, so sound sneaks past the logical guards and hacks the emotional control room. But how does an emotional reaction turn into a permanently changed belief?
Well, that brings us to the hippocampus, which is responsible for processing and storing your long-term memories.
Okay.
To do its job effectively, the hippocampus relies on a very specific brainwave rhythm called theta, which hums along at about 4 to 8 hertz.
So it operates almost like a radio station then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like to broadcast a new belief into the system, you have to literally be tuned to the theta frequency?
Spot on. And this is really where acoustic entrainment comes in. I mean, our brain waves have a natural tendency to sync up to external rhythms.
Oh, right.
By introducing slow, steady acoustic frequencies, you can coax your overall brain activity down into that relaxed theta range, or even the slightly higher alpha range, which is 8 to 12 hertz.
And that drop in frequency does what exactly?
It triggers a huge increase in endorphin production, and that creates a literal bridge between your conscious awareness and your subconscious filing cabinet, making it much easier to drop old beliefs and, learn new ones.
Meaning that's the exact moment you can actually pull out old mental software and install something new? But think about how most of us live. We are constantly rushing, stressed out, swimming in those high-frequency beta waves.
Right, which is a massive problem for neuroplasticity. Chronic stress and high beta waves actually throw the normalized theta rhythms of the hippocampus completely out of sync.
Wow, so you're effectively freezing your mental software. You can't rewrite a core belief while your brain is frantically buzzing in beta.
Exactly, you are basically locked out.
So we desperately need to get back to theta to run the update. But do we have to, walk around listening to binaural beats and acoustic tracks all day to force our brains to slow down?
No, you don't need external tracks at all. Actually, your own voice is the most effective tool you have.
Wait, really? Just my voice?
Yeah. Practices like vocal toning, which is basically holding a steady, intentional hum, they create physical vibrations right in your throat and chest.
Oh, and those vibrations rub right up against the vagus nerve.
Yes, which runs just behind the ears and down your neck. It instantly activates the parasympathetic nervous system.
Okay, I have to push back here for a second, though,
Yeah.
because vocal toning sounds incredibly mystical or new agey. Are we talking about actual medical science here, or is this just feeling good because we're singing a nice note?
I get that a lot, but it is pure physics and neuroanatomy. It really is.
Yeah.
When those vibrations stimulate the vagus nerve, it acts like an emergency brake on your fight or flight response. Think of it like 2 pendulum clocks on a wall. Over time, the physical vibrations travel through the wood, forcing the out-of-sync clock to match the rhythm of the stronger, steadier one.
Ah, right, that's just sympathetic resonance. Basic physics, like a strong tuning fork forcing a weaker one to vibrate at the exact same pitch.
Exactly. Because your body is a bioelectrical system, generating a pure, steady hum turns you into that stronger clock. You are using physics to bring your entire erratic system back into balance.
It totally reframes how we should view our own voice. I mean, it isn't just a way to communicate with the outside world, it is a physical mechanism for internal regulation. We essentially carry a tuning fork around in our throats,
A tuning fork that has a direct, unguarded back door straight to your subconscious mind.
which leaves you with something fascinating and honestly maybe a little unsettling to ponder today. If your vocal cords act as an internal tuning fork capable of rewiring your subconscious, what happens when you mindlessly hum an anxious or sad tune?
Oh, that's a great question.
Are you accidentally entraining your own brain right back into a negative belief loop? The back door to your mind is always open to your own voice, so what are you letting in?